Blog Talk Radio.
This is a Girl George and the Dragons Radio Show coming to you from boiling hot Berkeley, California. It's hot today, motherfucker. Okay, so today we have my favorite punk rocker in the whole Bay Area. We got Lee Austin Hoffman. How are you, boy?
We're doing amazing. Thanks for having me, George.
So where are you at, Berkeley or Oakland?
I live in Berkeley.
You live in Berkeley. So what's the name of your band?
The name of my band is ElegantTrash.
How long have you been together?
Well, I've carried the name for 14 years now. So I started the band. I started the band with like two original members, and I've flowed through like a couple hundred different musicians. It just kept the same name, ElegantTrash. Yeah, pretty much.
So where have you played? You played you played Gilman's, right? In the Whiskey.
I played like over 40 venues in the Bay. I played the Whiskey. I went on tour like several times. I've never performed a cover. I'm on album 27 right now.
So you have a magazine too. I seen your magazine and I stole it from a guy at the club. It was really cool.
I do. I have Bang magazine, my baby.
So do you do the artwork in it too?
I do some of the artwork, but it's mostly featuring some of my inspirations as artists in the Bay.
Oh, I think the artwork in it is amazing. It's totally amazing magazine. It's mostly just kind of a concept thing. I love it.
Well, thank you.
I want to be in it. You got to put me in it. I love it, man. Okay, so where are you from originally?
I was born in Ohio. I spent most of my youth in Florida. And then I spent 8 years in Georgia before I moved here.
We're at Georgia. My daddy's from Georgia.
I lived in Woodstock, Georgia for 8 years.
My daddy's
it's like
from,
right outside of Atlanta.
Rome, Georgia.
Yeah, I've never actually been to Rome.
So what were you doing in Florida where they got the alligators? Did you see any alligators?
Yeah, I see alligators all the time. It's like one of my favorite things to eat, actually.
Did you live by the swamp?
Not really. I lived on the beach when I was a little kid.
You a surfer?
I was never any good at it. I attempted several times, but was never any good at surfing.
What about skateboarding?
I mastered the fuck my face up move. That's about it.
You're like me. Exercise isn't my favorite sport. I like dancing. I used to like dance.
Yeah.
But as far as any outdoor sport, no, I'm a night person. I'm a
I dance. I dance, I swim, and have sex. That's about all my exercise.
That's Scorpios for you.
Right.
You're a Scorpio too. When's your
birthday?
November?
November 19th.
What's your birthday? November?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
November 19th
for Halloween. So we're both Scorpios. I met your mother. She was really cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm older than her.
Love her to death.
What'd your mother think of me?
She
tell you to stay away from that crazy woman? Huh?
No, she loves the Missouri Lounge. She likes everybody there. She had a great time.
Yeah,
that's like her favorite place.
Curious like people. Curious like all kinds of different people.
I took my mom there the first time, and she was like, "Can we come back here every night?" I'm like, "We could." Kind of want to show you more of California.
Does she live here? Does your mama live here?
No, she lives in Florida.
Oh, so she was just visiting. That's cool.
Yep.
So you have any gigs coming up?
I'm playing XOXO coming up this Saturday. Pretty excited about it.
Where's that at?
It's in downtown Oakland.
Downtown Oakland.
But we're playing with one of my good friends, Kay Dolores' band, Suicide Queen. Yeah, we have a lot of shows coming up, but that's my favorite as of right now.
You have any
we try to play a lot.
records coming out?
Yeah, I just released an album last week. It's called Music Is My Vacation. And I
Where can they find that?
You can find it on Bandcamp or Spotify. But I just
find all that
just
shit.
released
They find you on Facebook. They can find all that other stuff, right? It's all together, right?
Yeah, if you just Google ElegantTrash, you'll find all of it.
Yeah. So you wrote all the songs on it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I wrote all the lyrics for it. It was actually the first album ever in ElegantTrash history where I didn't play guitar. Like every other album, I played guitar.
You quit playing?
I like to perform. The only reason I picked up a guitar is because I was tired of trying to deal with people's shit. I wanted my own songs that way, no matter what, right? But now I'm just really comfortable with just singing my face.
Yeah, you remind me of a baby me.
A baby
a lot of attitude. Little attitude. Say, who's in your band?
Right now we have Cascardi as my bass player. And we got Mary Baker as my drummer. And then we have Taylor Calmers, my guitarist.
Who else is involved in doing the magazine that you do?
I do the whole magazine myself.
Nobody draws or does the artwork or something?
Well, no. I have lots of people that help me with that. It's like featured artists. Janae Bennett does all the cover art, and she's probably the main artist in it. Like she does the cover art, and she does all the flyers for all the big magazine events. But it keeps on switching through different artists.
So you can buy that through your website too. If they find you, they can find that stuff, right?
Yeah, they can find it.
So you have events connected with the magazine to support it or whatever?
Well, I have it's not to support it. My last one was just a benefit for the press who helps me print my magazine. But I usually, like all of my shows I throw on are for free. Just kind of, I don't know. I'd much rather have, a packed house full of people versus trying to make any money.
So how often does the magazine come out?
It takes me probably anywhere between 6 to 8 months to make the magazine. Because it's old school, running a printing press, stapling, cutting, folding, all that. It's a huge process. So it's just 6 to 8 month period just to make it. So probably once a year.
So you do it all by hand yourself?
It's all by hand, yeah. It's running an old school printing press. And then doing it all by hand. Cutting it, folding it, stapling it. I've touched each one of the magazines at least 200 times before it gets handed to somebody.
So how long have you been in the Bay Area?
I've been here almost 5 years.
You like it here?
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite place I've ever been. My favorite place I've been, except for Slab City. Slab City is in the desert, though, so it's only, in the winter time. The only time you can really go there. And it's 120 degrees. Same.
Oh, God.
But it's the coolest place. The Bay is my favorite place. It's definitely my home. I can't see myself ever moving to the Bay unless I go to England.
Have you been to England yet?
I haven't, but I've always just been in the back of my mind. One of my goals is to take over England. Just go there and like hit them by a storm and like stalk all my favorite musicians, like scream at them.
I've been there. I was there in about 1974, and I met Chrissy Hine, but that was before she was famous. She was working in a store that sold punk clothes. You know, so I bought this punk outfit at the store, and we became friends. I stayed at her house for a couple of weeks. Because she said, oh, if you need a place to stay, you can stay here. So I slept on her couch for a couple of weeks. But that was before she got famous. She got famous a couple of years after that. So I was the first one that wore punk outfits in San Francisco in the clubs because I got it from those stores that Michael McLaren, the one that managed the Sex Pistols, he had a store called Sex. And it had all these punk outfits. That's what they sold, yeah. And she worked there. You know who I'm talking about? McLaren, the guy that managed Sex Pistols.
The guy who managed the Sex Pistols?
Managed
I have no idea.
Pistols. Okay, well, that was before your time. You weren't even born yet.
Nope, I was born in 1979.
This is ancient history. You're only, 35 or so? How old are you?
35.
You're a baby. You're 3 years younger than my daughter. So what are your plans in this world? To be a rock star or what?
Perform as much as humanly possible. And I want to have like as many albums as Frank Zappa. And I want to take over England, basically. Those are my 3 goals.
So Frank Zappa is one of your heroes, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he has 150 albums. It's just like...
Wow, he does.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
I'm sure the Stones have more than that.
You think?
I'm sure. They must. I mean, they've been out there for 50 years and they're still out there playing.
The Stones are one of my inspirations for even wanting to pick up guitar. Like listening to like Tattoo You.
They're my favorite group. Yes.
Yeah.
That's the backup group
I
want the Stones backing me up.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been to more Stones concerts than I've been to any other bands. And I never bought a ticket. I mean, it just happened. Somebody would give me a ticket and we'd be right in front of the stage, you know, sometimes backstage. I mean, our producers would have tickets, or Lyle Tuttle would have tickets, or, you know, I never bought a ticket, but I always managed to be there and was, like, right up in front. First time I seen him was at Altamont. I was right in front of the stage at Altamont. It was the West Coast version of Woodstock, except everything went wrong. They had the Hells Angels as the security, but that's what we're known for. That was the last hurrah of the 60s. That was 1969. And that was here out on the West Coast at Altamont. You ever hear Altamont Pass? It was a racetrack. They wanted to do it at
Were you there?
They wanted to do it. Yes, I was there right in front of the stage. That's what I was telling you. I was right there. As it was there. I almost got killed. I almost got squished against the stage when people tried to run. There was nowhere to run. There was 500,000 people there. This wasn't a little thing. This was 500,000 people there. And so when everyone tried to run, when the Hells Angels jumped down and were beating the shit out of this guy with pool cues, you know, everyone tried to run. There was nowhere to run, so they pushed me against the stage. I yelled, "Stop, you motherfuckers!" And they did. They literally stopped, and they quit pushing. And then I seen this guy over this place clearing. There was a clearance for some reason. People just opened up. And I seen this guy that was all bloody over there on the ground. I said, "Oh my God, that one's dead!" And sure enough, when I got home, it was on the news. They killed somebody. So, other than that, it was a good time. I had a good time there. People didn't know what happened, of course. It's up to people that were right there, right, you know, on top of it. So, good old Bay Area and the Hells Angels. You ever known any Hells Angels?
I have not. Well, actually, my parents had a biker bar when I was a kid. I never really paid attention to who was who. Yeah.
Well, I went on a run with him up at Bass Lake, which was where Hunter S. Thomas, the one he wrote about the Hells Angels. I was on that run because somebody I knew from the clubs. I used to sing at the clubs, and this guitar player said, "Hey, get on the bike." So I jumped on the bike in the morning. And I ended up at Bass Lake. Was about 500 Hells Angels. I'm the only girl there. But they said I was this old lady, so nobody fucked with me, thank God. So
you were the only girl there?
I was the only girl there.
Wow.
Well, see, they thought they were going to get busted because the one before that, they'd gotten in a bunch of trouble, and they thought they were all going to get busted, so they left their old ladies home. But this one guitar player at the jam sessions, I used to always bug him, say, "Oh, give me a ride on your bike." And one morning, jam sessions went all night long in Hayward. And so one morning he said, "Hey, get on." So I got on and I ended up there. So if you look at that video, it's up on YouTube now. It's the history of the Hells Angels it's from the History Channel page right now. I just put up there because it's Tom's birthday. But if you look at about 22 minutes into it, you'll see me when I was about 20 years old. With the Hells Angels, there was Sonny Barger. That's me. So I was punk before there was a word for it. Well, I guess they always called bikers punk, didn't they? I've been wearing motorcycle jackets since I was 13. So that's nothing new for me. They just got around to calling people that. Punks used to be a bad word, That's what you called somebody you didn't like, you punk. That's what they called people in jail, a punk. But then it became a hip thing. Just another word, just another title they put on us. So, how long have you been playing music, my dear?
Well, I've been singing. I've been singing my whole entire life. I started when I was a little kid, staying at my grandma's house. I would play her piano and just hit 2 keys at a time, and just singing and making up songs. But I didn't pick up a guitar until I was 21.
And then you decided to hit the clubs with it and make a band and stuff?
Well, actually, my dad was a drummer. So he put up with me, I only knew, a couple of songs, and I played them for, probably, 2 years solid. And I sucked really bad, but my dad loved me a lot. So he was willing to put up with my shit until I actually learned how to play.
What kind of music did your father play?
He could play absolutely anything. He was one of the best drummers I've ever seen.
Was he rock and roll drummer or? Huh?
He could play anything. It didn't even matter. Yeah, rock and roll was his. He got me into all the good music, basically.
So your mother and father owned a biker bar?
They owned a biker bar and a strip club before I was 12.
Great. We're in Florida?
What's up?
Is it in Florida?
Yeah, that was in Florida. Inglewood, Florida.
That's great. So do they still own
cool
a biker
experience.
bar?
No. They went from owning a biker bar to a strip club to a preschool. And now my dad's passed away, but now my mom, she flea markets for a living.
She's doing what?
She flea markets for a living.
Oh, flea market.
Yeah.
She buys stuff and sells stuff at the flea market.
Yeah.
That's cool. You get to meet a lot of people and talk to a lot of people out there. I love flea markets. They're fun.
I know. I did it for about a year, and she's like, "Oh my God, you made a living off that?"
Well, it's like at the Grateful Dead shows, out out in the parking lot. They had stuff they made and sold out there. That was really cool. That's sort of like a flea market, Because at a flea market, you can sell anything you want. You could make stuff and sell it if you wanted to. You could sell your records if you wanted to. You could do anything you want out there. Just pay them for your little parking spot and sell any junk you want out there.
I keep trying to get my mom to move out here because she has a lot of problems. Like people will kick her off for selling stuff in Florida. But here you can set up anywhere and sell stuff.
Well,
pretty cool.
In Berkeley at Ashby BART station, they have a flea market every weekend. Well, you just pay them for rent for a spot and you sell whatever you want there every weekend. You must have been there. You live around there, don't you? Don't you live around there?
I live 50 feet from the Ashby flea market.
So you've seen the flea market, right?
Yeah, I go there all the time for barbecue.
They got great stuff there. So when are you going to be playing again? What gigs do you have coming up?
I'm playing Saturday.
Where?
At XOXO in Oakland, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Any place else?
Yeah. I got a whole list. Let me pull it up real quick.
Tell me them. Tell me them.
I'm playing at Hotel Utah on August 3rd. I'm playing at the Knockout July 29th. And I was supposed to be playing at 50 Mason 3 times, but the place closed down. I'm playing at Bottom of the Hill September 17th. I'm playing at Whiskey Richards in Santa Barbara on my birthday, November 19th. I'm playing Slab City in the skate park on the 20th, and the Range in Slab City on the 21st November. Those are all my shows I have booked right now.
So who books you? Do you book yourself, or you have a booking agent, or what?
No, I have to book all my shows myself.
How do you do that?
Just find the bookers for the place that I want to play at.
What do you do? Send a package of whatever you do?
You just send them samples of my music, pretty much. You just tell them I want to play. You got to be able to bring 10, at least 10 people to each show. Say what?
You send them pictures and stuff?
I just send them some of my music.
Okay. So that's great. And then they can find your book. Just if they find you, they'll find your magazine. Your magazine's called Bang.
My magazine's called Bang. But yeah, the only way you can get a magazine is if you meet me in person.
Okay, so you have to go to one of your gigs and then get it from you, right?
Correct. Yeah. If you go to one of my gigs and you ask me for a magazine, you can get it. Okay,
well, thank you for being on the show today. This is Lee Austin Hoffman. You can find him on Facebook or wherever. And the band is the ElegantTrash. This is
ElegantTrash.
This is the GirlgeoRadio and the Dragons Radio Show. Saying, see you later, alligator.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.